On screen is a disclaimer to any viewers with epilepsy or similar conditions, which you can stop and read if you think it is necessary. To those who are certain that they can watch this video without issue, or simply listening, you may skip over these 5 seconds of silence and enjoy the following tales. On March 12th, 2007, on the /b board of 4chan, an anonymous user posted a GIF image. It was titled I'mHappy_.gif and showed a drawing of a smiley face, only with a realistic looking set of eyes and a mouse. At first glance, this GIF didn't seem to be animated. Anyone who looked at the GIF long enough would see this face's smile slowly turn into a frown, then the eyes taking on an angrier appearance. Somehow, in spite of the file's format, it would begin to scream loudly, far louder than the speaker should be capable of, and apparently even loud enough to burst the eardrums. Gruesome images of rapes, bomb test victims, aborted fetuses, mutilated bodies, animals being tortured, and brutal executions would flash by quickly. After minutes of these images, it would show the text "Have nice day," and the user's computer would automatically close out of the browser and stop working. Anybody who clicked on the image would shortly be found in their homes, skinned and mutilated, with a smiley face painted in blood on the floor or walls next to their corpses. The administrators of 4chan, including the founder Moot, would always claim that the picture never existed, and that the murders, which were hardly ever reported on, were unrelated. Supposedly, the GIF still exists on the internet, but any attempts to post it to 4chan are met with deletions and permanent bans within minutes of the upload. On December 10th, 2011, an anonymous user on 4chan's X board posted a thread with simple instructions to view a location on Google Maps. The address led to a residential home in Nancy, France. Using the Street View feature of Google Maps, the image shown on screen right now is what the 4chan user saw. Debates were made on what the creature shown could be. One accepted answer was that it was merely a surfboard holder, though a rather frightening one, incidentally perhaps. However, during the debate, Google censored the creature, which led many to ask the question why Google would do so unless it was something they wanted to keep hidden. Okay, it's like so obviously a dummy, right? It has been reported that some victims of torture during the act would retreat into a fantasy world from which they could not wake up. In this catatonic state, the victims lived in a world just like a normal one, except they weren't being tortured. The only way that they realized they needed to wake up with a note found in their fantasy world, which would tell them about their condition. Even then, it would often take months before they're ready to discard their fantasy world, and please wake up.